family at home. I realize kids go home and teach their parents some things, but I know there's always barriers to that. Is there a way to possibly set up programs to get the parents more involved, especially the parents that barely speak English themselves? Because that hinders their progression as well. I mean, the parent affects the child's life, the standard of living the child has. And I know coming from California, if the father and mother didn't know English, and if they learned English, the lifestyle, the quality of life at home improved for that child, and thereby so did his life at school.
Exactly. I think the opportunities that parents should have, the opportunities that we offer our parents that do not speak English should be given in our schools in which their children attend. For example, when I was a high school principal, I had classes for our students who did not speak English, and their parents would attend at night, and we taught them English. And this offers them the opportunity to help their children also become better speakers of English, as well as for their economic advancement. The more English you learn, the better jobs you're going to get in this country. And most of the parents that went through the classes at nighttime were very excited that they were learning English at a faster rate and really getting better jobs. So it's really a win-win for both the child and the parent.
And there are funds to keep this kind of program working?
There were funds through our Title I programs and through adult education.
All right. Now, I've heard a bunch of different numbers bandied around about where Arizona falls. You know, you have 50 states, are you 10, are you 20, are you 30? Where is Arizona right now?
As
As far as education, you know, on a scale of 1 to 50, you know, one state is number 1, one is number 2. Where does Arizona rank in those standings, approximately?
In academic achievement, Arizona is above the national average, and a lot of people always seem to put Arizona at 49th because that's where we rank in funding.
Okay.
But it's not in academic achievement. For example, the Terra Nova is a norm reference test that is taken throughout the nation, and Arizona ranks above the national average. In fact, I think it's 52% that our students rank on the Terra Nova from grade 2 to grade 9. And on our college entrance tests, which are the SAT and the ACT, students take these tests before they enter a college or a university. We're above the national average. And is it where we want to be? No, but it's not 49th. And I think the news media gives us really a bad rap on that. We're not 49th in student achievement, but we are on funding. And it really is a great commentary that we should really celebrate our teachers. They're working very hard. We're above the national average with 49th in funding. So I think it's really a commentary to our teachers in the classroom.
I'm glad to hear that. I helped set up a program in California in a local school district I went to called Career Days, where we brought in people from different businesses. So all the kids in their junior and senior year, and sometimes we brought in freshmen and sophomores as well, could kind of look at it, because as we both know, a lot of children that go to school never go to college. A lot of them don't want to go to college. And is there any thought process to setting that type of program up here? I know that there were teachers that were astounded, actually, at how much money you could make without going to college. They didn't realize, you know, I would think they would, because if you ever need an electrician, you know what they charge you. But they never realized what someone that worked for Frito-Lay made, or someone that worked for Coca-Cola made. They thought those people made almost minimum wage. They had no idea some of these people were making $50,000 to $100,000 a year plus all their benefits. Has Arizona corporately ever thought of setting something like that up and getting their local companies like Frito-Lay, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, whoever, to come to those days so that the kids can understand, you know, you can get a job. You don't have to flip burgers. Not that there's anything wrong with it the rest of your life. You can get this kind of a job and work your way up to becoming branch manager, regional manager, whatever, without going to college. Not that I downplay college, but as we know, a lot of kids don't go there. They're not programmed for it. They like to do things with their hands.
Sure. Again, to reiterate the time when I was a high school principal for 10 years, we always had Career Day where we brought in different business owners, and they would talk to our students regarding their businesses and how they were able to run great businesses, such as an electrician. A lot of our students would go on into different career pathways, not necessarily going on to colleges and universities. And the career tracks that a lot of our students take do not necessarily take a college education, and they're making great careers out of automotives, electrician, plumbing. In fact, our career and tech programs at our high schools work very well, and we're finding out that our students do very well even on our Ames tests that are in our career and tech programs. So we're getting our students to have the same type of math and reading skills and writing skills that are the same, getting the same, if not better, test scores than our students that are going on to the university.
Really? Is that done school by school, or is it a statewide program, or is it just up to the individual principal of the school to do it?
It's a statewide program. We have, in fact, down at the Arizona Department of Ed, we have a whole division designed for career and technical careers.
Good. Now, you mentioned the Ames test.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know what that is, and you said the students scored quite highly on that.
Yes.
Why don't we, or you, not me, explain to the listeners what that test really is?
The Ames test is a test that's given to our students from grades 3 to grades 10. It is a test that is written from our Arizona academic standards. We have created academic standards for our students that are in our grades 3 through 10. And it's very important that we created these academic standards because we want all of our students in Arizona to be taught the same standards from Bisbee all the way to Winslow, Arizona, and all teachers be held accountable for teaching these standards. And when you build standards, it begs the question, you need to build a test. If you're going to have standards, now let's find out whether or not students really can do those standards, and so you build a test. And the Ames test stands for Arizona's Instrument to Measure Standards, and that's what the Ames test is. And every year since I've been down at the State Department, we have shown an increase in our students doing better and better on the Ames test. And it's, again, a very great commentary to our teachers and our students. Our teachers are doing a better job of teaching, and our students are doing a great job of learning.
Good. Glad to hear it.